Hey guys, this will be the recap for all the action at day 2 in Tashkent. Starting off with my buddy, Oyoshi Ken. He went out in his first fight against Stump. And Stump, I mean, he's coming off a gold medal win at Tel Aviv, so he's on form. And this was a bit unfortunate because I really wanted to see a little bit more of Oyoshi. He's a fantastic judoka. So we'll get into some kind of awkward things. We're going to talk about head diving for a little bit. And then we'll get into the results. And then lots of Ippons to show you guys as well at the end. So, alright, so head diving. This is just ridiculous. I'm really starting to hate this rule quite a lot. So from the defensive standpoint, I kind of understand. This one here, wide gets Hansokumake for head defense. And it doesn't look too bad. I mean, people do this all the time. I don't have a problem with this. But some defenses look bad, right? Like this one here. Blue tries to escape, lands on his head. You know, probably a bit of damage there. Some could lead to injury, so it's hard to differentiate in the rule set. What do you do with this one? What do you do with the first one that I showed you? So I guess defensively, okay, Hansokumake, I agree. But I've shown you in other videos, guys, just head diving that I think is ridiculous. Here Yang goes out for head diving. His hair touched the mat. It's quite ridiculous. So I've got a couple of Ippons for you guys. But in my opinion, you know, with the current rule set, why are they not head diving? I don't quite get it. This one here, almost identical to the way Yang put his head on the mat. Just a slight, you know, angle on the side of the temple. Ippon though, not Hansokumake, which is great. I think this is a wonderful throw. But his head definitely touching the mat here. In this next example, an uranage. And I mean, the French guy's head, the back of his head touches the mat. So is that not head diving? I mean, in my opinion, going backwards on your head is more dangerous than going forwards. No? And then this final example here. This is where Stump went out in the semi-finals. A nice Koshi Makikomi. But at the end there, you can see his opponent lands on his head. So why is this not head diving? Anyway, it's a bit ridiculous. I think heads are going to touch mats. It's just what happens in the nature of wrestling orientated sports. So defensively, keep the rule. Offensively, get rid of it. Oh, and I almost forgot, this is the worst of them all in the bronze medal contest as we move into the results. So White gets a score here, but she just plants her head flat on the mat. How this is not Hansokumake is beyond me. So that was Matsiova from Uzbekistan taking bronze with head diving. And then Bernholm from Sweden, she took the other bronze medal at under 70, but winning by Shido. In the gold medal contest, we had Polaris versus Matic. And Matic goes in for a kataguruma, but gets picked up by the sumigaishi. And I'm seeing this a lot this year. A lot of people are doing this, stopping katagurumas, stopping seoi nages. It's a real thing right now. At under 63, Horikawa, she took gold with this wonderful uchimata. If you want to check out all the highlights from Horikawa, I've got a whole video on that. She won every match with Ippon, so a very impressive performance. Go check out that video if you want. Nice Taiotoshi here to secure one of the bronze medals by Ivanescu. And the other one went to Ozbas from Hungary. A Wazari apiece going into golden score. But this score, this sumigaishi, I mean, not the best sumigaishi I've seen in my life. Ungvari. Now there's a sumigaishi, or maybe an obitori-gaishi, but Ungvari, he did really well at 81s. Just kind of demolished his opponents. Sobibrov and Makhmabetov, they took the bronze at under 81. Real nice Makikomi here against Boltaboyev too, so taking out high level competition there. And Makhmabetov, he is a tall guy. Nice Ochigari here. Barely a score, in my opinion, but gets the Wazari. At under 73 we had Yoloshev. Just good control here, gets the Kosoto. And listen to the crowd. And they were loving it. Stump, he got two Wazaris in his bronze medal contest. He's got a really nice Ochigari. And this second score here, Uchimata Tsukashi just drives his opponent around. Finally gets it. And speaking of Ochigaris, Estrada, who took the other bronze at under 73. Look at this lightning quick Ochigari. Just flew through his opponent. You can tell these Cubans have a real wrestling base with their Ochigari. Look at the drive. Incredible. Time for some Ippons, guys. Nice Haraigoshi Makikomi here. And there's some awkward ones in this set of Ippons here, but I think they're pretty good, some interesting ones. Good control. Wrap that arm up well. If you've ever wondered why Seoi Nage is categorized as a tewaza, well, this is why. Just no hip involved at all, using his hands to throw his opponent down to the mat. And that's what it's all about with Seoi Nage, is the hands. Nice Osoto. I guess it's a Seoi Otoshi. Starts with an Osoto Gari. Turns into a bit of a Seoi Otoshi. Good drive. And the two hands on the one side. It's always good to do it that way. Bit of newaza here from Boltoboyev. Gets the Wazari with the Sasai. And if you've ever seen Boltoboyev training with Iliadis, they go hard on the newaza. It's a good bow and arrow choke here. It's a good Ochigari here. With the head under the armpit. You see the Japanese do this quite a lot against the big Georgian grip. They like an Ochigari under the armpit like that. Timed it well too. Waited for the weight to go on that foot. Uchimata here. Waiting for that top grip, gets it, and then just goes in, couple of hops. Nothing out of the ordinary. I like this one, Kataguruma. See how he's posting with his right hand, just creating the space to go in there, and then really strong in the position to finally get that technique rolling over. Jumps in here, and Blue did well initially to defend. But White, I mean, he rolled into that very well. This Uchimata here, I like the step. Reminds me of Aaron Wolf a little bit. The knee goes up, Blue reacts, and then that leg, easy to attack for the Uchimata. Stomp again. And he's really good at just putting combinations together. He's got sticky feet, his Uchimata, his Ochigari. It sticks really well to his opponent. Kochi, Uchimata here on the opposite side, and then Sumigaishi. Stomp is a good judoka. I couldn't quite believe that this was an Ippon. So they give it to White, and I guess it's an Osotogari. But he didn't really have the control, and it was Blue kind of attempting an attack here, and he just kind of fell with it. Didn't like that one at all. But this one, guys, a much better Osotogari. Much more control. Definitely not just falling on top of someone who made a mistake. Well executed technique. So that's it, guys. Stay tuned for day 3. I'll see you later. Peace.